The word factory probably brings up an image of row after row of unified assembly lines all coming together in rhythmic fashion. But here, just off Interstate 10 in the town of Fort Stockton, the word factory isn't exactly what you'd picture, because this ain't your daddy's factory. Only in this case, it really is.
I grew up in this building, in a box, as a kid, so therefore I just couldn't walk away. There was a sense of responsibility that I needed to take this to the next place. And I've got several plans for the business. I've revamped it, have new customers. So with that, many things are happening that will take our factory to a different place.
J.B. Gallegos' daddy, Ben, started this business more than 75 years ago. The same business J.B. has now stepped in to run. Inside the Comanche Tortilla and Tamale factory, you'll find relics of vintage machinery and a small family-run store where they've been churning out tamales with just a handful of employees for decades. And with one recipe and a special touch, the taste has remained the same since 1947.
They're all made by hand. They're not machine made. So the tamales has a consistent flavor. But we talked about this earlier. I can teach you to make a tamale, but if you don't have that special gift in your hands to be able to know when it's a little dry, a little wet, too spicy, it needs a little more salt, maybe a little bit more other spice, then it's something that you maybe can learn, but I'm going to definitely try to make that happen.
Keeping it all in the family is what makes a place like this last 3/4 of a century. For the Gallegos brothers, family comes before anything else. While JB has taken the reins over the last several years, all 5 brothers have served a vital role at one time in helping this now legendary establishment take shape. It's just a matter of knowing who's who.
Gilbert, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Bob. Edward, I'm number 1. Miss Kelly?
Well, number 1 is Edward. I'm number 2. So I always tried harder. So I'm JB. And then there's the 3rd one is Gilbert. 4th one is Oscar. And then the 5th one is Charlie.
5 brothers obviously love each other.
Well, we've all been involved in this business from the time we could walk. So that's why the business means so much to every one of them. You see every one of them here.
Dad was asleep because he had you driving.
Getting involved in the family business was something that just came natural to the brothers. It was instilled in each of them by their father, Ben, who at 92 still keeps an eye on the business he started. From presidents to local residents, he's had an exciting journey at this little shop. But nothing was more meaningful than watching his sons take pride in what their father had built.
What does it mean to have your son follow in your footsteps?
It feels very comfortable that my boys are very united. When something happens to one of them, they all pitch in, you know.
That's got to make you feel good.
Exactly. It's been a life experience, you know. I had my odd downs too, you know, but overall, you know, I'm surprised that I've lasted this long, you know. 1 whole week, 1 beef for 1 red and 1 jalapeno.
Okay, good. All right, I think we got it.
For the Gallegos family and their trusted employee, Martha, making tamales is second nature, but it's a lot harder than it looks.
It's not staying. You're laughing at me.
The art of tamale making is something that J.B. Gallegos treasures deeply. It's what his father raised him and his 4 brothers to love. In fact, J.B. loves it so much so that he hopes to pass down his inherited skills for generations to come.
Tamale.
I want to set up a teaching facility for learning the art of making tamales. It's a lost art. The grandmothers are no longer making the tamales, and there's no one else to pick up that tradition. And it is a rich tradition that that needs to be passed on. And I came back to Fort Stockton not knowing exactly what I was getting myself into, but I knew as soon as I was here and people opened their arms to us and said, "Welcome, thank you for coming back." It took many travels for me to figure out that this is where I belong.
You feel blessed?
Oh, extremely so, extremely so.
Thanks for hopping in and traveling with us. Now click the subscribe button for more videos like the one you just saw.